Ooh, 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 ooh. Where are you?
Hey! I'm here.
She's here!
Who will make the cut? Who will win our hearts? MJT Reviews.
Okay, hi! Lame joke complete. So hi, welcome back to MJT Reviews. We're talking about Latvia That Night by Carousel. And I'm here with Elysse Turner in the flesh.
Hello.
So, Elysse, Latvia That Night. This is kind of a thing where it's from the national selection. They've kind of, it's a music video. They've kind of turned the live performance into music video. In a way.
Yeah.
Unlike other entries have just kind of kept, that didn't do a music video, just kind of kept that live performance. I feel like this is a little kind of mix of both.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll discuss that later. Musical breakdown, what do you think?
Okay, so we have a female singer. And one language. We are once again in English. Not that I can spell very well because my notes don't say English, it says English. And then our vocal range is G3 to B flat 4, which makes us in G minor, a key of G minor. We got a 4/4 tempo with 93 beats per minute at a moderato speed. And then we have two chords.
I was waiting for this.
So chord 1 is G minor and chord 3 is B flat major. So only two chords. I will give it this though. I didn't realise it was two chords until I sat down to play it.
Okay.
Like it was not what I was focusing on. I didn't
know there were two. I knew there weren't many.
Yeah. But like I was focusing more on the bass line when I was listening to it, and so the bass line doesn't only play the bass notes of those chords, it moves around a bit, it's a bit more funky, and it actually gives it a bit more interest, and so that's why I didn't quite realise there were only two chords, which is a positive thing. So in terms of instruments, obviously we have the double bass, which I just mentioned. We have our vocals, an acoustic guitar, drums, a bit of synth in the sliding background sort of sound, so just like, you know, big like whooshing sort of noises. And like, until I watched the video, I wasn't sure it was a double bass, and so I was like, maybe it's a bass guitar, maybe it's a double bass, either way it's plucked. It's not like being bowed, you've got that plucking happening. And then we got some female backing vocals and a glockenspiel. So the glockenspiel's probably on the drum kit, just, you know, for reference. It's not like they get a glockenspiel player in just to be like... they are probably...
So they can attach it.
Yeah, you can attach different parts to like a drum kit. So you can have the cowbell, or you can have the glockenspiel, or you could, I don't know, what's something else you attach to a drum kit?
Can a lot of drummers
play
percussion as well?
Well, usually, I like in a classical setting, you would have the percussionists rather than a drummer.
Yeah.
And they've got the skills ranging all. But so if you're classically trained, you can probably play a bunch of different percussion instruments. In terms of like normal drummers, though, most people just learn it by practice and trial and error.
Yeah.
So if they wanted a different sound that's not on their kit, they might go and source it and then attach it. But it really just depends on the person.
Yeah.
But a glockenspiel's really easy. It's got two different tones.
Yeah.
It's a high tone and a low tone, and it sounds a bit wooden. That's about it. So it's not too hard to like add in the glockenspiel sound.
What kind of was it? A jazz drum or?
I think it was just a normal drum kit, but that's like pretty standard. You don't get too many different types of drum kits from what I'm aware of. Yeah. So that was cool. And then we got the song breakdown. So we have an intro for 2 bars. Verse 1 is 8 bars, and then we've got a chorus for 8 bars. Verse 2 is 8 bars. Verse 3, which was a bit varied. It was similar to the other verses, but there was something slightly different, I think, possibly in the vocal lines. That was 8 bars. Chorus for 8 bars, and then a chorus, which was slightly different again, for 8 bars. An interlude for 2, a chorus for 8, and then another chorus variation for 8 with a final chord ending it for 1 bar.
It's a lot of structures for a 3-minute song.
Yeah, but it's also not too different. So you've got verses and choruses. You don't really have a bridge in this one. You've got like an interlude, but it's only 2 bars. And interlude, usually I'm saying that because it's just musical. There's no singing.
Yeah.
It's just, we're going to bridge it into the next bit for 2 bars and then we're going to start it again.
Yeah.
Like there is a lot of chorus in there because it's chorus, chorus, interlude, chorus, chorus, otherwise. And the reason it works well is because the choruses are varied enough. Like you've got some like, where are you? Instead of where are you? Happening, like you've got some points of difference. And so it's not the same melody line again. It's similar but changed up enough to make it still interesting and not have people tune out, I guess.
Yeah.
Like 3 minutes isn't long, but you can do a lot in 3 minutes if you try.
Yeah.
So, that's our breakdown.
Cool. So, what'd you think of the music video?
Well, the song itself had quite a country feel to it, and I think even an old school sort of country, I don't know how to describe it. I was going to say honky tonk, but it's not got a honky tonk piano or anything. But the dress, the shirt that she was wearing had a real Victorian era feel to it. And then you've got the video in black and white, so it gives it this really old school sort of vibe, a bit of a throwback vibe. It's really nice to see the instruments in the video. I quite enjoy that. And having the double bass, if you're not showing that off, what are you doing? Double basses are great. But otherwise, it's quite a boring video. Even when it switches to show the audience halfway through, nothing really changes, and then it's back to focusing on the face, and we're just gonna do some zoom shots, and then another zoom shot this way, and it's a repetitive video, and so's the song.
Yeah.
So the video doesn't help it. The song I think would work really well in a background of a jazz sort of bar. I think that would be a really great spot for that to be played.
Yeah.
But it's not super interesting in terms of comparing it to the other songs we've got in Eurovision. There's it's got some really good contrast in terms of how it's keeping the interest within itself, but if you compare it to the greater picture of the other songs, it's just another song which isn't gonna measure up, I don't think.
Yeah. So we have kind of an advantage or disadvantage of saying this is a live performance compared to many others. If they completely did this on stage at Eurovision, would you be a little disappointed?
Yes. I'd love to see those double bass there and stuff there. That'd be cool. But you don't need it.
And there'll be air guitaring, really.
Yeah, there would be. Actually, I changed my mind. You're right. Because you can only have the vocals live, isn't that right? Yeah, no, don't bother with your instruments, as cool as they are. Unless, you've got a dancer with it and they're not actually playing it. They're, spinning it and, doing some stuff. Only do it if you can make it look showy and flashy. But I feel she needs to do more. The song itself is another love song. She's searching through time and space for love, or she's waiting for love. And it's very much, where are you? And my question is, where is the interest in terms of storyline? You're waiting and we're waiting. How are you going to bring that to life in the performance? Are you going to have, someone that's on the stage that you're looking for and that you can't quite find, and so whilst you're singing you're sort of searching? I don't know if that's actually that interesting either. But you need to do a bit more, because if you're just standing there singing where are you on repeat, then you may as well go home.
You think coffee break?
Yeah.
So this is actually a woman and a man singing.
Okay.
But the female is very dominant in this song, isn't it?
Well,
the male
I didn't really pick up on the male voice.
Yeah. Because there's 2 of them on the stage, but he's more back. I consider him more a backing vocalist.
Oh, yeah.
You think so too?
Yeah, The females seem to be the focus in the video as well. Like,
Yeah.
and the other guys are just the band groupies.
Yeah.
Not groupies. They're part of the band. But
I research groupies. They're sluts. They sleep with the band.
I research groupies on the internet. They're sluts. They sleep with a band.
That's what I think of every time I hear that word.
yeah, they're not groupies. They're just part of the band, and you know, they hang around, and they're not. Like, it's cool to see their instruments, but you know, we've seen instruments in other videos, and they've done it better.
Yeah.
And it's been more interesting, and the focus wasn't on them that much either. Like, so no excuse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So, yeah. Great. That's what Elysse Turner thinks. Thanks, Elysse.
No worries.
So, Golan, and this entry is Latvia, and it's by Carousel, and it's called That Night.
That night, okay.
So we're now getting into the parts where they've all released music videos, but some of them are actual music videos, and some of them they just use like a live performance.
Okay.
So we're going to get a little bit more live performances because these are like the ones that got left over.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Latvia. That night.
Cool. Yeah, very, very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think, man, you know, we have to give credit to the band because I think the background music was excellent. You know, everything seems to, you know, fit in with each other. You know, we start with the guitar. It creates a very cozy atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really feel, you know the warm sounds of the guitar. It fits well with her voice as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like the song was, you know, the lyrics was nothing too special, but it was straight to the point. And the way she sang, the way that she processed the words, the songs, it's just, you know, just very skillful. So yeah, I think I also personally I kind of like this style of song, you know, smooth, easy listen to. So I think this is a good performance, and if they can bring the same level of performance to the actual stage, man, that could be great.
So you like the lyrics I'm taking?
Yeah, I mean, it's simple and it's genuine. You know, it doesn't go around and around and around. It goes straight to the point. You know. So yeah, I need you all night through, man. That's it. I mean, that's pretty much everybody wants. You know, all the songs want to convey. So why don't you just go straight to the point like that?
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be, say you were listening to Spotify and this came up on your phone. Would you like listening to it?
Yeah. I mean, like the instrumental music. You know, the guitar at the beginning. It totally gets me into it, man. Yeah. I love the guitars. You know. I love. Can we say this is this is country music a little bit?
Latvian country.
Latvian country music. Okay.
I don't know how much of it there is.
Sorry if I'm wrong, but man, I love the guitar and the way they put it in the beginning. It totally gets my attention to it.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. Well, thanks, Len. Hi, welcome back to MJT Reviews. It's me, Mitchell James. Starting off with Latvia, Carousel, Stuart Wilders from ESC Fan TV. Hi, Stuart.
Hey, Mitchell.
So let's talk about Carousel That Night by Latvia. I remember we've been following this one at ESC Fan TV from the end of last year. So what do you think? The song is That Night. What do you think of the entry?
Yeah, it's really stripped back. It's sort of a bit sort of country, but it's a stripped back kind of chill out vibe song. No one expected this to do very well in the Supernova, which is the national final for Latvia. Came out of nowhere. The stage performance that we'll see probably will be black and white, with the two performers standing side by side. A bit common in it in many ways. The song's not as good. I'm not convinced it's a qualifier. Even some of our Latvian fans of ESC Fan TV have told us that they're not expecting it to do much this year. And it also competes on a similar level with the song Sebi for Slovenia. It's a similar type style, but Sebi's better. Sebi has more meaning and connects better with the viewer. So, nice song. It will pick up a few votes, but I would expect it to be probably near the bottom end of its semi-final and will miss out on qualification.
Oh, okay. What do you think of it's a duo, isn't it?
Yes, it's a duo.
Because I was listening to it in studio and I thought I could only hear a female, but do you think they have good chemistry as a duo?
It depends sort of how you compare it, because I think the chemistry, if you're comparing it to Common Linnet's chemistry, no. If you're comparing it to let's say the duo for Sebi for Slovenia, no. But they work well on stage. I mean, he's a good accompaniment to her voice, and it's a nice, pleasant song. But pleasant doesn't win you Eurovision, and this, I think, will be a song for Latvia that fails to qualify.
Okay. Interesting. Well, thanks very much, Stuart. And thanks to all the jury members. Subscribe, see all more videos. Until next time, bonsoir Europe. Bye.
Who will make the cut? Who will win